Hey Cancer Collective, what's up y'all? Welcome to the channel, welcome back. I hope you all are doing amazing. Alright, let's see. Next 48 hours, what do you need to know about the next 48 hours? I'm recording this Thursday. I'm probably going to release it Thursday, but I want y'all to look at it as Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. What can you expect? Time is fluid, obviously. So let's see. What do you need to know about the next 48 hours? Which is really like 72. But we have clear mind. Clear mind. I release mental clutter and welcome clarity. My thoughts are organized, aligned, and inspired. So you could be getting very clear on something. Clear about something. I'm going to get 3 cards like I did for Taurus. I think I got 3 cards. Y'all, I can't remember. Okay, no. What else? Two more cards. You got a positive imprint. You got evil eye protection. All right, it says, I choose to leave a positive imprint of light in the world through my thoughts, words, and deeds. So you're very high vibrational energy, positive energy, and you're also protected. Because that's evil eye protection right there. What is it called? Hamza or something like that? I think that's what it's called. I could be pronouncing it wrong. One more, just one more. All right, I'm going to take this one. Apology. It says an apology is on its way, or you are being called to offer one. Words carry the power to mend what has been broken, but only if they come from the heart. Okay, I'm going to put these back. All right, bottom of the deck, you have generational healing. So you got number 24 and number 23 here. They could be significant. It says you are breaking cycles passed down through generations, freeing yourself and your lineage from ancient wounds. This is a sacred work, and your courage to heal will echo far beyond your lifetime. Oh, I like that. This feels like a heavy weekend for you. This apology could be to yourself. This could be you forgiving somebody that hasn't even apologized. It could be an ancestor. It could be a parent. It could be somebody that is in your bloodline. Maybe you can't actually talk to this person. Maybe you'll get an apology in spirit. Maybe in your dreams. Or you could be offering an apology to someone. Maybe they're no longer here with generational healing here. All right, let's see what's going on. What's a clear mind? What are you being clear-minded about this weekend? Well, the next 48 hours. You got the 7 of Wands in reverse. Somebody could be doing a lot of journaling here. A lot of spiritual work. And looking back at a lot of the things from your past. For some of you, this has something to do with weak boundaries. Like maybe where you have gone wrong with people in the past. And I say this because there's something that I was watching on TV before I started your reading. And the girl, she's a water sign. She's a Scorpio. She's not a Cancer, but water energy. And she was talking about how she, it's an old video, but she was talking about how she started her new year off with the intent to heal a lot of generational traumas and stuff. And it's just weird that that's coming out in your reading. And she talked about, she was reading a book that said boundaries. And this is about boundaries, but this is when you let people cross the boundaries. You don't, have the courage of your conviction. So I feel like this might be like cognitive consonance. I hope I'm saying that right. Cognitive consonance. Yeah. So that's the opposite of cognitive dissonance, which is when you are absolutely clear. Your words, your thoughts, they align. Yeah, she's writing in a gratitude journal right now. You could be doing something like that, but I also feel like for a lot of you, this is some things that you're working through that have to do with this generational healing, as far as like allowing people treat you unfairly, or to treat you, y'all know, look, as water signs, you all are empaths. And I think this is all the water signs, including Scorpios. Scorpios are just a little more guarded, a little more, they don't have as much trust as a Cancer or a Pisces. But that's because they're fire and water. But when it comes to Cancer, Pisces, even Scorpio, there's this really sensitive, which is beautiful because it's a spiritual sensitivity. It's not weakness. It's a spiritual sensitivity. I feel like this could be a lot of you looking back at that. This talks about being passive, being timid. This could also be health problems as well. So maybe for some of you, you're putting forth some kind of treatment plan, or looking at things that run in your bloodline. Maybe some of you have been afflicted with something that runs in your bloodline. You know what I mean? Oh, diabetes runs in the family. Y'all know what I'm saying. And maybe you're realizing that you have a clear path on, towards healing. How do I get over this? That could be what the generational healing is as well. Because y'all know we pick up habits from our ancestors, the people that come before us. That's how we know how to learn how to eat. We get our habits from them. This is like traditional family traditions, things like that, things you inherit from your family. Ancestral karma. What is this? This talks about feeling uncertain, and it's coming out with a clear mind. So I feel like something is clearing up. Yeah, it could be your mother. You got the maternal energy here, Taurus and Libra. But this is also self-care, putting yourself on a pedestal, nurturing and caring for yourself. Somebody could be pregnant though, because this is one of my cards that represents protection, like literally like protection for sex, and it's in reverse, and then you get the pregnancy card. So somebody could be pregnant here, maybe for some of you, because you have a baby on the way. Either you're pregnant or you have a woman pregnant, and you have this baby on the way. This could be while you're realizing that you need to clear some of this ancestral karma and baggage. Others of you could have something to do with your mother, or you could already be a mother, and maybe you're just making better choices because you have a young person or two, or however many, looking up to you. You could be in protective mommy bear mode. Look at this. The Ten of Pentacles, the family with the King of Wands. Yeah, this is you taking a leadership position, leading by example. Some of you, I was getting ready to say you're the chosen one. I believe that. I'm laughing because it's something I watched yesterday. This woman talking about in tarot how everybody, puts these phrases out to make people gravitate towards the reading. But I mean, to be honest, I think most of the people who are watching tarot are the chosen ones. I think there's a specific kind of person that watches tarot that's into spirituality. And I mean, in the truest sense, altruism. The Empress is unconditional love. And so there's nobody here that I'm talking to, at least I hope not, that's low vibrational. This feels very much high vibrational. And it says here you're leaving a positive imprint on this world. Like you came here to disrupt a pattern in your bloodline. And I also feel like Spirit is saying it's your birthright here to be in this leadership position. So it feels like you could be doing a lot of healing this weekend. I know it sounds very, kind of cliche, but that's what it's showing me. And it has something to do with your bloodline. I mean, you have it here. Generational healing. And this is you taking the lead and saying, I'll be the first one to stop this. You can have a Leo Jupiter placement, and you got Virgo Mercury here as well. For some of you, this could be your own marriage that's showing up though. Maybe you're realizing, or maybe you're single and you're like, okay, I'm realizing where I've had some lax boundaries, where I haven't really been standing on business, where I haven't been practicing what I preach, because this is having the courage of your conviction. So maybe, I always feel like this is saying something is easier said than done, right? So you have the clear mind intellectually, but when it comes to putting it into action, because you have such a big heart, you love unconditionally. Sometimes the Empress can be about taking care of everybody, and you kind of maybe neglecting yourself. She's a mother, and so that could be something you picked up from your mother. That could be something that you've seen her do, make certain concessions for the father and, the household, or just everybody, Some of you could even be the matriarch in your family. And maybe you're like, what, we want to change some things. I want to remind y'all of Jennifer Hudson. She's a Libra too. So maybe there's a Libra involved, because this is Taurus and Libra energy. But anyway, You know, she was really overweight when she was younger, and she's kept that weight off for all these years. But a lot of people in her family went on this mission to change that generational curse of obesity in her family. And a lot of them lost a lot of weight. It was a lot of them. And they all joined forces and said, okay, let's change this. It could be something like that, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you are galvanizing all of these people, but you could be. Some of you could also be spending time with family. You could be getting an invitation. I see a mother and a father here, so I don't know if it's an anniversary. Could even be your own anniversary. Some of you could be seeing something clearly about a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius, namely a Leo. What are you seeing about them, if it is them? Or a Taurus or a Libra. What are you seeing about this person? I feel like you love somebody unconditionally. Wow. The Emperor and the Empress. Y'all always get the Emperor in y'all reading. Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Now, this could be all your own energy. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine coming into balance. But this could also be a partnership for some of you. Somebody might be wanting to talk to you about like really settling down, because the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Empress. Yeah. This is like long-term plans. This is marriage. This is, I mean, if you're not already married, because you could be. But it's like this is also being very mind over matter, though. You have a clear mind. So what is... Somebody might be ready to step up from the King of Wands. He's no match for the Empress. He's just one aspect. I think we talked about this the other day. But the Emperor is all four kings. So somebody might be thinking about some long-term commitment with you, or that could be you. Oh my God, the Lovers. Oh, they have clothes on, so I can show this one. Yes. Gemini energy. Wow, this is the ultimate choice. This is a cosmic +1. This is the Holy Grail lover for you. Talks about your kingdom spouse. Your kingdom spouse is showing up here. So some of you could be getting clear that you want a future with someone. And I do feel like this is such a healing connection. It's Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. So somebody could be really leveling up, taking accountability. That could be the person that's apologizing to you, because the Emperor is all about somebody taking accountability for if they wronged you. This is a person that wants a traditional relationship structure. This is beautiful. Let's see what this positive imprint is. I choose to leave a positive imprint of light in the world through my thoughts, words, and deeds. The Chariot, Cancer energy, and the Ace of Cups, because your heart is big. Your heart is pure. And you want to keep your karma clear and clean, because you understand what you put out comes back. Some of you have a real like child, like your inner child is like wanting to come out and play. You could work with children. This Chariot could be there for some of you. You're traveling, maybe a vacation with your boo. The Ace of Cups and the Chariot. Maybe it's a new love. So maybe this Emperor is somebody brand new coming in. You got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. But this is also overcoming obstacles as well. So there could definitely be an apology or healing between you and another person if that's what you desire. This is a positive change, and this is an apology. And sometimes this Six of Cups can talk about people from our past coming back around. That doesn't have to mean a lover, though. This could mean like an old friend. You might hear from somebody you haven't heard from in a while. Maybe they owe you an apology, because this card right here shows me somebody that wants to change things for the better and apologize. This is an apology card. And you have apology here. So this is like an olive branch being extended to you. That could even be what this King of Wands is. King of Wands talks about taking the lead, leading by example. And then the Emperor is even more of a step up. Somebody could be getting clear-minded that they owe you. I can't talk. That they owe you an apology. Yeah, this is vulnerability, transparency. So somebody could be coming clean about something. What is going on with this positive imprint, though? I feel like you have such a really big heart, but I also see it's been trampled on with this Chariot here, because the Chariot is a conquest. It is. And so for some of you, like I said, maybe not having strong boundaries with people in the past, but this is either a very Divine Masculine coming in where you don't have to worry about that, even though it's always good to work on your boundaries, right? But I feel like it's also showing me that for some of you, your healing work is bringing this person in. What's this positive imprint? The Queen of Pentacles. Something could be going on in the workplace this next 48 hours. Or this is just stability, caring, being compassionate. Yeah, the Strength card, compassion. This is Divine Feminine energy as well. Leo energy. You could be on a Cancer, Leo cusp. Wow. Something is happening with your finances where it's improving. So there could be something going on in the workplace. The strength card can talk about killing people with kindness, right? It can talk about anything from soft power to having nerves of steel. Like you want to fight for something, you're afraid, but you do it anyway. It can talk about swallowing your pride. It can talk about biting your tongue. It can talk about a whole bunch of things. It can talk about tough love, a thick skin. So you choose to leave a positive imprint. Feels to me like you are taking a high road some kind of way. And this Queen of Pentacles comes out a lot for you all. A Capricorn Venus energy, but this is all earth energy here. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. But usually she represents for me a supervisor. Yes, she could be a maternal figure as well, but traditionally the pentacles are about health and wealth. So I see her as a healer. I see her as a supervisor. There could also be restraint when it comes to your food as well. Like I said, something going on with the way you're eating. I also see somebody drinking a lot of water this weekend. And I see somebody maybe on the go. So like I said, it could be travel or maybe just moving your body. Being more physically active. The strength card in the Chariot is definitely working out. So you could be doing something like that. I do feel like some of you feel like you're in charge. You feel like you've been charged with doing something. Because maybe you're very influential, positive influence over the people around you. This is persuasion and influence, a positive influence. I also feel like you are killing people with kindness, though, practicing a lot of patience in the workplace. Maybe there's some tension or something, and I do feel like you're overcoming it because you have such a big heart. How are you going to overcome this if that is indeed the case? Someone's could be Florence. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So if you do feel like tensions are high with this Ace of Wands, that's something very passionate. I do feel like you're like cooling your jets with the Knight of Pentacles. And this is the workplace again. So this is about like slow and steady wins the race. Taking precaution, being calm. Yeah. So maybe some of you just are practicing a lot of patience right now as you wait for something to be rectified in the workplace. That may not happen this weekend. For some of you, something could have happened yesterday at work. You could be healing from it. I do see somebody healing, and this is another card of working out as well. Maybe somebody's getting back mobile, like their mobility. They're getting their mobility back. Maybe issues with your back. Or for some of you, this is something emotional with the Ace of Cups being here. But it could be physical as well with the Strength card, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands. So somebody slowly but surely getting back on their feet, whatever that means. Okay, what is this apology about? What is this? The Six of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Scorpio energy. So like I was talking about the generational healing here, the Six of Cups can talk about letting go of gripes and hang-ups from childhood. It's a lot of inner child healing going on here. Somebody could also be missing their family, needing the support of their family, especially a father figure, but a mother is here as well. So it could be both of your parents. This could be some kind of reconciliation. Some of you have a child that may be apologizing to you. But this is, again, people from your past showing up. So what's going on here? Maybe it's something you didn't get closure to. Yeah, like some bad memories that you have. Or maybe you left somebody with bad memories. I don't know. But we're in Scorpio season. This is Scorpio energy here. November the 1st through the 10th. So maybe something's happened over the last couple of weeks. Yeah, we got the Nine of Swords. This is somebody that's anxious, that's worried, that's feeling remorse and regret. But it can also be you. So this is Gemini Mars. This is anxiety. I'm hearing that song by Doechii. In my anxiety. Somebody could be a Leo. She is a Leo. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Somebody got anxiety here and they can't let something go. For some of you, there's something about childhood anxiety. Maybe it's something you've had since you were a kid. Maybe it's something that does run in your family. Okay, what else you have here? You have the Hermit card. Virgo energy. Yes, it's like somebody here. I don't know if it's you. I don't know. Because it could be you. And then the Judgment card. Yeah, this is somebody that wants to apologize. that's seeking forgiveness. This is when the past has to be accounted for, taking accountability, being responsible for whatever was said or done. So Scorpio energy is coming out strongly. Virgo is here, and then Gemini, Mars. So there is something about somebody being on edge, worrying, stressing, not sleeping at night. The Hermit card and the Nine of Swords definitely gives me nocturnal, like somebody that's up, sleepless nights, worried. There could be a child involved. I don't know. Somebody's feeling like they need to apologize, but it says it could be you. So it says words carry the power to mend what has already been broken, but only if they come from the heart. Well, this is a heartfelt apology because this talks about self-assessment, self-awareness. Somebody making a judgment call, somebody feeling like they want forgiveness. Excuse me. Yeah, so it's like somebody may want to end something here. Could be long-standing. So it could be a family member, a lover. Like I said, I do see child energy here. There's an older masculine as well for some of you. So Scorpio season is the season of endings and new beginnings. This could be somebody that's like, I can't take this anymore. I really feel bad. I really feel bad for not being there or not doing whatever. Somebody could feel like they owe an apology for not being there for somebody. Remember what I said before about an ancestor or somebody that could have crossed over, and maybe, because this judgment card does talk about, the day of resurrection, which obviously comes after you see these people, well, not on this card, but normally they're coming out of their graves, right? So this could be something that is posthumous. Maybe for some of you, you're like, well, I never got a chance to heal something, or I never got an apology from this person. Doesn't necessarily mean you owe the apology. Whether it's that you owe it or you're owed the apology, it feels like there's something showing up here, and it could be in dreams. Maybe somebody can't sleep at night so they can't get the dream. I don't know. Yeah, you got the Four of Wands here, Aries, Venus energy, and a Magician. Okay, so I do see somebody getting together with family. It's like a family situation is healing. I don't know if it's like your, immediate family, your family members, or like a romantic situation, living with someone. But this could also be that this is what you're manifesting. Gemini, Virgo energy is here. The 1111 card, that's twin flame energy. You got the Lovers, that's twin flame energy. You got the Emperor and the Empress. You got the Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel like this could be a homecoming for some of you. This is a homecoming, much like the Judgment card. But this could just be your family. It doesn't have to be, husband, wife, children, or spouses and children. Something is healing though. And this is somebody being proactive. So it feels like somebody here is stepping up. I don't know if it's you or someone else. It's not showing up as your energy, Cancer. So it could be somebody else. And it could be something that you feel is long overdue. Maybe you've even had sleepless nights about it, even if you're not the one in the wrong. Okay, bottom of the deck, you got the King of Swords. That's communication. That's truthful communication, accountability. And here you are, Queen of Cups. That's you, Cancer. So there's somebody wanting to speak with you. Yeah, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, the Justice card. A lot of apology and conversation cards are showing up. Let's get your advice. Your advice is metaphor magic. Metaphors are used to bypass the analytical mind and speak directly to the unconscious mind. For example, if you're rushing your growth, remind yourself, like a tree, I grow from the inside out, rooting first, then reaching. Metaphors invite transformation without resistance. Okay. What else? It says the power of yet, Y-E-T. Use the word yet to shift from finality to flexibility. I haven't made it yet. I haven't made it happen yet. Sends a very different signal than I failed. One invites solutions while the other shuts them down. Use yet to remind you that the story isn't over. Bottom of the deck, we have generative change. And look at that family tree and those roots. It says generative change focuses not on fixing what's broken, but on creating new patterns and behavior that lead to lasting transformation. By shifting your focus from problems to possibilities, you can initiate deep and lasting change. Some of you could really feel a heavy charge to change something. And like I said, it's something in your bloodline or something in your relationship that you feel is very familiar. This is familiarity. And it's like, I feel like you don't want this, whatever this familiarity is. It's like you want something to change. You could simply be forgiving yourself. It could just be self-forgiveness. Because this is an awakening. This is a Kundalini awakening. It's a spiritual ascension here. This is also spiritual reparation. So for some of you, that could be what you feel you are getting or giving to someone. I don't know. Yeah, but if you're changing this lineage, trees for me always represent lineage. With those roots going down into the ground like that. And this is your roots, the Six of Cups. Okay, y'all. Well, I hope that helps you. I don't even know what to call your reading because I feel like it's a lot of different messages here, but that is what I see for you. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment if anything resonated. Hype the video if you can. It does help me, and I do appreciate it when you all do that. Peace.